Let me tell you a story. About 20 years ago, I was just starting out doing video work, and I got this great gig to help a company make a video to promote their corporate exercise programs. I met my client to discuss some ideas, and pretty quick in the meeting, he says to me, "Kid, I've got 30 years of experience doing this." And I had just enough experience to know what that meant, that he'd be in charge of the story and all the interviews, and he didn't really need my ideas. I'm there to press the buttons on the camera. It was a great gig. I was happy to have it. So we get to the interviews, and the first person comes in. It's a human resources person who tells us the exercise program had involved this many employees, and their insurance premiums went down this much. And then the next HR person comes in. This many employees, insurance premiums, my boss thinks this. Person after person, just lots of facts, lots of figures. And then Chewy walks in. Now 20 years later, I don't remember the name of the client, but I remember Chewy's name because Chewy had a story. The first thing he said, "Thank you for giving me back my grandkids. Before this program, I'd go home. I was too tired to play with them. The kids, they'd tug on my sleeve, 'Poppy, Poppy, play with us,' and I couldn't do it. But then I started this program, and I got more energy, and I'd go home and play with my grandkids after work. Thank you for giving me my grandkids back." Wow, right? It's a pretty good story for a corporate exercise program. So a week later, I'm in the edit bay, and I've got the Chewy footage all ready to go. I'm excited. My client shows up with his notes and says, "Show me this person." It's one of the human resources people, and so we find their numbers and their stats. Then show me another HR person. And we get those numbers in there, and get some other numbers in there. And finally, I ask, "Hey, what about Chewy? His story was great." To which he says, "Kid, I've got 30 years of experience doing this." And I realized that I knew something that he probably didn't, and he probably wasn't going to be willing to learn from me. Videos aren't about facts and figures. You've all seen hundreds of videos, or PowerPoints even, with facts and figures, and you remember none of them. But you remember the stories. 20 years later, I remember Chewy. That's kind of my secret superpower. I can find stories that help your organization or your small business to get your message out. What makes you special, and why customers and supporters should pay attention. Because when people hear your story, then they want to learn more about you. They want those facts and figures. What's it cost? How do I sign up? And that's what the space on Facebook below the video is for. That's what the rest of the email can be about. But the video, the story, that's how you get people to care about what you do the way that you care about what you do. And that's what I want to help you with.